Hello and welcome to Night 3 of the Celtic Colours International Festival live from Cape Breton Island. I'm your Celtic Colours Countdown host, Norma MacPhee-Zinck. We're stoked to have you with us. Tonight is day 3 of 9. This evening's live stream concert is the Celtic Cabaret happening at the Member 2 Trade and Convention Centre. It features the talents of Saltfish 40 all the way from the Orkney Islands, the Morgantoni Trio from here on Unamagi, and Vishten from PEI and the Magdalen Islands. This is another concert that will leave you in awe of the artist's immense musical abilities. We go live in less than half an hour. In the meantime, you get to hang out with me. Before we go any further, let's hear some messages from our amazing partners who are helping to make the festival possible this year.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing for me is having fun with my art. Since I started music, I was like, I'm gonna make an EP, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't afford to make it happen. The EP that I finally got to put out was a result of funding, and that was a long-term goal of mine. But without the funding where it started, it wouldn't have been able to happen. Thanks to Support for Culture for just being here for me and supporting me along my journey.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
Want to get out of here?
Hier ist das Schiebedach.
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks?
We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
For over 20 years, Protocase has revolutionized the world of custom manufacturing, offering the fastest way for the brightest minds in science and engineering to develop some of the coolest innovations in the world today. With 400+ employees and over 20,000 customers, including NASA, Google, Microsoft, and Apple, join one of Nova Scotia's fastest growing companies, where we are proud to support the Celtic Colours International Music Festival.
Welcome back to the Celtic Colours Countdown. I'm Norma MacPhee-Zinck, and it's night 3 of 9. In less than half an hour, you'll be watching the live stream Celtic Cabaret concert from the Member 2 Trade and Convention Centre. If you're tuning in on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook or the Celtic Colours website, why don't you chime into the chat and tell us where you're watching from? And we want to know, are you attending the festival this year or have you been here in the past? Get in the comments section and let's get chatting. Something else worth talking about is the sheer magnitude of exciting community events taking place during the festival. Hundreds of them, including delicious community meals, guided hikes, dance lessons, and historic walks. They're all listed on our website over at celticcolours.ca. And to pique your interest, here's a sneak peek of some of the many community events not to be missed.
Every day of the festival is packed with community cultural events, hosted by local organizations all over Cape Breton. Tomorrow is Monday, October 13th. Start your day in the fresh air while attending Guiding Lights of Isle Madame. Visit lighthouses along this guided driving and walking tour while hearing stories about lightkeepers and their lives. Begins at 10 a.m. and goes until 12:30 p.m. Gather in a beautiful heritage venue in Ayrshire for tales and tunes, the sharing of local stories and songs. Light refreshments will be served, no reservations needed, just drop by. St. John's Centre for the Arts, former Anglican Church, from 2 to 4 p.m. After Tales and Tunes, head over to Our Lady of Assumption Parish Hall, just 2 minutes down the road, for a traditional Acadian meat pie supper. There are 2 sittings for this meal, 4 p.m. and 5:30. There are too many events to mention, so please visit celticcolours.ca. See what's happening in communities near you and check for updates.
Welcome back to the Celtic Colours Countdown. Tonight's concert welcomes Saltfish 40 back after 6 years for some songs and tunes from the Orkney Islands in the north of Scotland. This powerhouse duo will make a fan out of you with their entertaining presence. Also up are the Morgantoni Trio, With thousands of years of tradition behind him, Tony melds the Scottish heritage of this Nova Scotian island with Mi'kmaq songs, stories, and language in his own genre of music, Mi'kmaq, meaning Mi'kmaq and Celtic. In his trio, Morgan is joined on stage by Keith Mullins and Ryan Roberts. Together, they have created a fusion of cultures, a bridge between the two worlds, and a path ahead for truth and reconciliation. Rounding out the evening is Prince Edward Island's beloved trio Vishtan, celebrated for their dedication to preserving and promoting the traditional music of their Acadian heritage, while also creating new Acadian music. For more than 2 decades, Vishtan has been a mainstay of Acadian music. You're in for a delight of an evening. It's going to be so fun. We just have a few more minutes to go. Let's take a look at some messages from our partners. Celtic Colours Countdown will be right back.
Over the last century, Member 2 has become our home. Our community today was only a dream to our ancestors of Gundawiktu, who were forcibly removed from our original location on King's Road. Following their lead of bravery and resilience, we too lead by example for those who come after us.
There's pride in sharing culture in our success in Member 2. Our Mi'kmaq values honor land, water, and each other. It is said that each one of us only truly exists in relation to those around us. Community is everything.
In an act of harmony, our people and our community have grown together, one always in unison with the other, like the roots and the branches of a beautiful old birch tree. Without our people, we simply wouldn't have the vibrancy we have in Member 2 today.
Member 2 welcomes the world, and the future is ours.
Gundawiktu is where we come from. Member 2 is where we now call home. There's no stopping where we go next.
Scotland is small and mighty.
Innovative. Beautiful scenery.
Mountains, lochs, glens.
There's a lot of energy here, and it's good energy.
Scottish people are passionate. Funny, inviting. Scotland has a really supportive environment.
Scotland push new voices. And I've always felt such love and support from Scotland.
I don't see Scotland being constrained by its own borders.
It has this rich history and culture.
We're not one thing, we're everything.
We have the talent, we have the network.
There's passion out there.
Welcome back to the Celtic Colours Countdown. With us this evening are 2 very special guests who literally keep things moving during the festival. We have the transportation coordinators. We have Priscilla Lotherington and Blair Brown. Welcome to the Celtic Colours Countdown.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, fun to have you guys here. Full disclosure, I was a driver years ago. It was one of my first forays into the festival, and always a great time, great way to get around the island.
That's where the gray hair came from.
Mine too. So guys, you're heading it. This is a big milestone. You're coming up to, the 29th year of the festival and quite a few years under your guys' belt. So tell me about, what's coming up. I understand it's 2 million
this year.
kilometer
Last year we hit the 2 million kilometers traveled.
Okay,
yeah, So with no major incidents, which is a big thing when you consider that we have, 50-some drivers a year. Vehicles on the road all day, long drives.
Day and night.
Day and night.
And if those cars could talk?
No, if those cars could talk.
Oh, wow.
We have a rule, what's said in the van stays in the van.
Okay. For viewers who may not be aware, the drivers that Blair and Priscilla coordinate drive the artists around the island. They pick them up at the airport, take them to their venues, sound checks, all that jazz, and also other people involved with the festival. So how many drivers are involved?
We have 51 this year.
Yep, 51. Wow.
Yeah, which is a little odd. We always had 47, 48, but
Okay.
This year we had some new people come in, so.
And what is it about the festival that keeps you guys coming back?
It's just...
It's not one thing.
Not one.
There's a camaraderie between the drivers. And of course, I was a driver for years, probably 15 years before I became a coordinator. So it's just the relationships you build up. I mean, at the end of the festival, there's nothing left on the table. I mean, we're wiped, exhausted. My daughter reminds me I get sick every year after Celtic Colours because I think we just drive her.
Yeah, you just give her, literally.
Oh, totally. And it's fun. Yeah. It's fun. Every day is a new day, and you've got different artists. You're going places. You get to explore the island in places really you wouldn't otherwise go.
Yeah, even living here, you may not get there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So unless you drive around a lot through the little communities on the island, you might not visit them. This way, we get to see them.
Get to see them. Yeah.
It's just a blast.
Yeah.
And as being the drivers and being so involved, like you say, seeing those communities, the Drivers Association has devised a few ways of giving back to the community. So tell us a bit about that.
This developed from when we were approached, I think it was in 2002. We were asked if we would sell the artist and the Celtic Colours CDs, and they'd give us 10%. That way the artists were getting the money right away, because before that they'd have to wait about 6 months.
Okay.
So we agreed to do that. But then when we got together and decided, well, what are we going to do with the money, we decided to form an association and put the money back into young people, and to keep the tradition going.
Great
idea.
idea.
Help keep it going.
Yeah.
The Frank Big Sampy Award, that came from, Frank was alive at the time. We lost him to cancer not long after this.
Frank Sampson.
Yeah, Frank Sampson, who's Gordy's dad. And we talked about one of the things maybe we could do was have a young artist in the studio to produce a demo CD so they could promote themselves. So Frank said he would talk to Gordy and Fred to see if, they could go partnership or something. So Frank came back to the next meeting and they said, no, they don't want to do that. They'd rather do a whole CD, and they'll partner with us. So we met with them and come up with, it was a great thing. So they get 6 days in the studio, which is a big thing.
It's a huge thing, yeah. And this year's recipient, I was reading, it's Malcolm McNeil.
Malcolm McNeil.
Yeah.
It has no music in his background.
No music at all, yeah. And he's even going to take on the Guitar Summit, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Yeah, cool.
That's exciting.
And you were mentioning another bursary you guys have underway?
Yes, we have at the Gaelic College, we had the John Allen Cameron bursary, and we set that up before poor John Allen passed. And we didn't want to call it the memorial. So we did it and he was very happy when so what we do is we give money to the college, and they give that out to kids in the summer that normally wouldn't be able to afford to go to the college, and this helps pay for their rooms in the summer. So,
yeah, truly building those next steps of young folks in music in different ways.
Whatever they go into, whether it's the language or the music.
Exactly. And we've actually, the John Allen Cameron Scholarship to date, we've donated almost $69,000 just to let these kids.
Wow,
enjoy
huge!
The
and
culture.
you just never know what that week, those days are going to trigger, and
I think the Big Sampy Award, I think so far we're a little over 50,000 we gave to that.
Incredible!
Yeah.
Wow.
We also give we get other smaller ones for travel bursaries. Dalbray School, they go over to Ireland, and the teacher there takes them over, so they get the language, and then over to Scotland, and they apply and we give them money.
Well, and throughout the Celtic Colours countdown, we've been talking about the impact that all the various lovely tentacles of Celtic Colours have across the island, and you guys are literally on the roads and in the communities, and these programs are continuing to add to that. Huh? Yeah. So how do you guys prep for your 9 days or 10 days without sleep or whatever?
We're tired by then. By the time it all begins, the bulk of our job is done.
I suppose.
It's planning.
So the logistics are very, very, what's the word? Detailed. Intricate.
Yeah, I do remember the walls in your driver's room. They're just peppered with
and that's
schedules.
what we're working on right now.
We're building those schedules.
Okay.
So we have to know every artist that needs to be picked up when, where, and where they're going, and we have to schedule.
I always enjoy the look on an artist's face when they come in the transportation office. And we have the sheets up and they go right around like walls like that, they go right around the wall, and they'll say, "Is that the whole festival?" That's today.
One day.
That's just today.
It's a lot of moving parts.
A lot, literally.
And we start in August.
Yeah.
Putting this together.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it's that big of a job.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, and all the musicians appreciate it, and all of our viewers appreciate that you're getting the artists where they need to be. So thank you very much for being with us, and stay tuned, and the Celtic Colours Countdown will be right back.
The Celtic Colours Festival means a lot to me because it displays the beauty of the island, the beauty of the music, and the beauty of the culture. One of the most memorable things about growing up in Cape Breton is understanding that the Cape Breton culture was not one group of people, but it was a compilation of many different cultures from many different parts of the world that is unique. My hope is for the festival to continue well into the future so it can showcase what Cape Breton has to offer to the world. Wagner's, your personal injury lawyers.
There's something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
When it comes to taking that first step in your educational journey, you have a lot of choices. Only one feels like home. At Cape Breton University, you can explore your passions and gain global perspectives in familiar surroundings. With a diverse, welcoming campus community, exciting programs, and outstanding faculty support, you can get a world-class education right here at home. This is community. This is Cape Breton University. Apply today at cbu.ca/apply.
So much super music coming up. Right now, we have a special treat for you. A couple of years back, we did a series on Cape Breton artists and the places that inspire them. Morgan Toney, one of the artists you'll see on stage in a few minutes, is one of the musicians featured. Enjoy this glimpse into the inspiration for his genre of music.
We are in Byron Brea Studios here in Medeck, Nova Scotia, and this is in Keith Mullen's backyard. I love coming here because this is where we recorded my debut album, First Flight. Most people never believe that we recorded the whole album here. I only played one instrument, and Keith played the rest. And there's around maybe 10, 15 instruments on the album. So the song I'm going to perform is called The Gojwa. And the Gojwa is a Mi'kmaq social song that has been here for a very, very, very long time, way before the Europeans settled here in Mi'kmaq. I started to sing the Gojwa and I was like, I wonder if I can put an instrument with it. I never played guitar, I don't play piano, and I was just starting to play the fiddle. So I brought out the fiddle and I started to play, and the fiddle was accompanying me as I sang. Then I showed it to Keith when we had a show up in Mi'kmaq First Nation. And I remember that moment, like it was yesterday. He was like, after I showed him the song, he looked at me with a very serious face and said, I gotta record that. People love the Gojwa because we took a traditional song, kind of modernized it, and added a whole bunch of instruments, fiddle, drums, guitar, banjo, bass, all these instruments that nobody else heard before. And we kind of made this genre called Mi'kmaq, and that is what we are proud of. And we would think the Gojo is a good example of Mi'kmaq. And if I were going to define it, Mi'kmaq is the blend of Mi'kmaq and Celtic music. And so we're proud co-founders of that genre. Gwe, Nindelosi, Morgan Tony, Wamcook First Nation, Glaoli. Hello, my name is Morgan Tony and I'm from Wamcook First Nation, and this is called the Gojo.
I love the story behind the song. So cool to learn how the term Mi'kmaq came to be. If you'd like to watch the rest of the Inspired Places series, check out the Celtic Colours YouTube channel. If you're enjoying the concerts from home, we invite you to consider making a donation.
Hi dear, how are you? You're not going to believe what happened today. My husband Gordy got out of the shower, dear, and our cat Mittens was right there, and didn't he glom onto his machinery? Yes. Well, Gordy started running around and around the house trying to shake him off, dear, but he was just dragging him behind him, poor little Mittens, eh? He was terrified. And as they were going, dear, they created kind of a Swiffer effect. I'm not going to lie, dear, I let them do a few turns around the house. But anyway, that's not what I meant to tell you. I meant to say that did you know that you can make donations to the Celtic Colours live stream? Yes, you can. I do it all the time, dear, because I love it, dear, because I love the music, eh? And I can watch from my own home. And any donation would be appreciated, dear. I know, because I talk to them. Okay, thank you, honey. We'll talk to you later. Poor Gordy, eh?
Your support helps Celtic Colours promote, celebrate, and develop Cape Breton's living Celtic culture and hospitality by producing an international festival that builds relationships across Cape Breton Island and beyond. Donations make it possible for us to provide youth with access to arts and culture. Donations also foster community and economic development and create opportunities for performers to share their talents with the world. Together, we can ensure this celebration of music and culture continues to reach across generations and around the globe. Well, time flies. Are you ready to be amazed? Have your dancing shoes ready? We're just about set for this awesome concert. I'll be back tomorrow evening for another fun night of the Celtic Colours Countdown. Cheers to the Celtic Cabaret.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Celtic Colours Year 29 here at the Member 2 Trade and Convention Centre. Tonight's program is Celtic Cabaret. My name is Robin Cathcart.
And my name is Sarah Walker. Thank you.
We'll be your MCs for this evening.
So yeah, 29 years. That is older than one of us. And we're going to start the night off with a land acknowledgement. So we respectfully acknowledge that we are in Unama'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Governed by treaties and peace and friendship, we honor the Mi'kmaq people and their enduring connection to this land, water, and culture. We also want to point out that the exits are located under the exit signs, which are at the back of the room, you can see, and there's some to my right and left there as well. Bathrooms are out this door and in the hallway.
A very special thank you to our presenting sponsor of 2025 Celtic Colours, 2025 Celtic Colours International Festival, the TD Bank Group, through the TD Ready Commitment Fund. And this year's festival club, the Party Space, which maybe some of you will be venturing out to later this evening, is sponsored by Big Spruce Brewing. Another special treat for this evening, the show is being live streamed around the world, so a huge, big Cadmila Falcha to everybody tuning in. Give them a wave, folks. Say hi to our friends throughout the world. This stream is brought to you and them by Destination Cape Breton, with big thanks to Nova Stream and Sound Park Studios.
So without further ado, we're going to announce the Morgan-Tony Trio, which melts the traditional Scottish heritage of Cape Breton Island with Mi'kmaq stories, songs, and language in his own genre of music, Mi'kmaltic. So please join Keith Mullins, Ryan Roberts, and Morgan-Tony!
so much. How you guys all doing tonight? Tuning in to everybody back home, watching the live stream. Hello, my name is Morgan Tony. Give a huge round of applause for Keith Mullins, everybody, on guitar. Now we're here on mandolin. Give it up for Ryan Roberts. When you enter our Mi'kmaq communities across the Maritimes, there's a big sign on the side of the highway that says, Jalasi, welcome to our community. Jalasi is a Mi'kmaq word that translates to welcome. Bisqua is another word that translates to come on in. And when you enter these communities, you're automatically greeted. And in the same way, when you enter our ceremonies of the Mi'kmaq people, you're still greeted with those two words, Jalasi, Bisqua. Welcome and come on in. On behalf of Celtic Colours, and behalf of our band, we welcome every single one of you for coming on out to the Celtic Cabaret for Celtic Colours International Festival. I was taught when I was young to trust in life and overcome. The door is open for everyone till I see Bisqua, welcome. Come on in. Mother's gift, she said, son, change their minds one by one. Let it go, the damage is done till I see Bisqua, welcome. Come on in. Come a long way, got a ways to go. It wasn't that far 50 years ago. Time will heal all the wounds after a storm, the flowers bloom. But diamond edge, nothing coming the moon till I see Bisqua, welcome. Come on in. We come a long way, got a ways to go. It wasn't that far 50 years ago. The time is now, together we stand, make our way to the promised land. Got a ways to go. It wasn't that far 50 years ago. The time is now. Together we stand. Make our way to the promised land. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, ah. Thank you so much. A couple of years ago, if you guys remember, on this very stage, I opened up the Celtic Colours International Festival for my very first time alongside my very good friend Ashley MacIsaac for the live stream sessions. And during that time, we were also writing songs and trying to starting to make an album, really. And I think the very first song that we wrote was about a very horrible time called the pandemic era. And the pandemic era, very first album, First Flight, and it was all about hope, and giving hope to not only our community, but to the entire country and to the entire world to get us through those dark times. And I'm very proud to say, right here, right now, on October 12th, 2025, at the Celtic Cabaret for the Celtic Colours International Festival, we're out of those dark times, ladies and gentlemen. We can come together and sit at our tables and listen to live, great music all night, only at the Celtic Cabaret. How does that sound, everybody? And this is a song of hope that we wrote. Niskam new time, Alasudama. Niskam new time, Alasudama. Give me strength to face the things unknown. For only you can see what lies ahead of me tomorrow. And I will listen in the wind as I walk through the land, 'cause I know your words speak to greater plan. This can be done. Alasudama. Oh, great spirit, I am small and I am weak. Let me see the lessons that you revealed to me. And I will listen in the wind as I walk through the land, 'cause I know your words speak to greater plan. This coming time, Alasudama. This canoe die, Alasudama. This canoe die, Alasudama. This canoe die, Alasudama. This canoe die, Alasudama.
warming up a bit here, Ryan. I got too much hair gel in my eyes. Woo. How was that? Good? Well, we're going to try a little something different, just because we're at Celtic Colours and all. There's a song that's been around for quite some time. Originally created by our good friend in New Brunswick. His name is George Paul. I hope he's watching tonight. But at this time when he wrote this song, there was lots of tension happening in the Mi'kmaq Nation. And we were just coming out of the residential school era. Everybody was healing. And we needed a song to heal us and to heal the nation. So what he did, he made a song to remind us of why we are here. Remind us that we are the Mi'kmaq people. And we overcame many obstacles before. And we still are. But this song is all about coming together and realizing that every single one of us in this room, every single one of us watching the live stream, we have the power to make this world a better place. Yeah. And this is what this song's about. And we call it the Mi'kmaq Honor Song. Keep me dead on my head, don't hurry day, nigga march to get my weed on it. Get me dead on my head, don't hurry back so day. Nigga march to Giabuna teenage. Giabuna teenage. Don Gisuk Deli Kaluk. Sig Wol House Gamu. We are here. Way oh hey hi way oh hey oh hey hi. Way oh hey, hiya, 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 hey oh. Get me dead on my head, don't hurry out day. Nigga march to get my weed on. Get me dead on my head, don't have a back so take. Nigga march to get a bonamaro teenage. Get a bonamaro teenage. Don Gisuk Deli Kaluk. Se Wol House Gamu. We are here. Way oh hey hi, way oh hey oh hey hi, way 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 oh hey hi. Way oh hey hi, 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 hey oh. Tahoe. Lalio, thank you. Thank you. One more time for Keith Mullins and Ryan Roberts, everybody. There's a song that's been around for about 500 years here. And it all started right here in Unama'ki, the land of the fog in Cape Breton Island. And with every Maui-Omi that exists here on this island, we make sure to sing this song and to do the dance. A dance that's been around for a very long time. And every family, every Mi'kmaq family has their own style of what we call Gojua dancing. The Gojua is so huge right now across the Maritimes, across this island. There's not one Maui-Omi that does not have a Gojua competition. So right here, live in Member 2, live on a live stream, here at Celtic Cabaret, we are going to do a song that we call the Gojua. It's gonna be fun. And he doesn't know it, but there's one person on this stage that is going to dance with me.
It's Keith's turn tonight. Aren't I doing enough already?
Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gojua, hinna. Now bigachi jente stamenchi sukwachi, chobigachi jente stamenchi sukwachi. Now bigachi jente stamenchi sukwachi, chobigachi jente stamenchi sukwachi. Punch it deskido, he's a wisteria. 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 Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gojua, hinna. Sukwachi, wabigachi jandestameji sukwachi, wabigachi jandestameji sukwachi. Any dancers out there? No, chiteski dog, he's a wisteria. 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 Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gedua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gojua, hinna Gedua,
guys want to see Morgan Tony do the Gojawa? Sorry, I'm hard of hearing. I've been playing drums for 37 years. You guys want to see Morgan Tony do the Gojawa dance? I almost said, you guys want to see Morgan Tony play the drums? No, okay. He looks so good in Wagmacook First Nation where he's from, they started calling him the Mi'kmaq Elvis. Can I get your help? Can everybody clap their hands? There we go. In the red corner, Mr. Ryan Roberts from Glace Bay, Nova Scotia.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Wow, what a way to start us off. Thanks so much, Morgan, Ryan, and Keith, for the great start to the evening. So you've been bopping, we can see you clapping, moving your feet under the tables. Now we also need your help to make sure that these types of events keep happening. So Celtic Colours, the festival, along with the province of Nova Scotia, is conducting a visitor survey. Promise, it's not boring. It's not boring. And your input is so important because it's going to help support future seasons of the festival, future artists, funding for the festival, sponsorships, and it helps with the future direction. So if you could look on your tables, there's a QR code. It lets you scan that with your phone. And there's an incentive. So if you do the survey, you can win a $300 Celtic Colours gift certificate. Not too bad. And all you have to do is, again, scan the QR code with your phone, located on your table, select the Celtic Colours International Festival from the survey list, and give us some feedback. To be entered into the draw, you do have to share your email address, but the festival promises it will not sell your email for marketing purposes. And we hope that you do that. Really, it's a big, important work. It might seem small, but it can make a really big impact for the future.
So while you're all looking at your phones, I'll talk. There's also ballots out in the lobby to win some books. So there's 2 prizes. First, we have this Natalie McMaster book, and it is signed by the artists on stage. Nobody asked me or Robin to sign it, but... Oh, beautiful. And the other one is this beautiful coffee table book. It's Celtic Colours. It has all the years, all 29 years. I was not alive for all of them. In this book, I just read the whole thing. It's phenomenal. So please get your ballots in. Also, the bar is open, so you can head over for a drink if you wish. And there's merch out at the tables. There's Celtic Colours merch and merch from the artists that you are seeing here tonight. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back to introduce the next artist. Thank you all.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
The Celtic Colours Festival means a lot to me because it displays the beauty of the island, the beauty of the music, and the beauty of the culture. One of the most memorable things about growing up in Cape Breton is understanding that the Cape Breton culture was not one group of people, but it was a compilation of many different cultures from many different parts of the world that is unique. My hope is for the festival to continue well into the future so it can showcase what Cape Breton has to offer to the world. Wagner's, your personal injury lawyers.
When it comes to taking that first step in your educational journey, you have a lot of choices. Only one feels like home. At Cape Breton University, you can explore your passions and gain global perspectives in familiar surroundings. With a diverse, welcoming campus community, exciting programs, and outstanding faculty support, you can get a world-class education right here at home. This is community. This is Cape Breton University. Apply today at cbu.ca/apply.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
The Celtic Colours Festival means a lot to me because it displays the beauty of the island, the beauty of the music, and the beauty of the culture. One of the most memorable things about growing up in Cape Breton is understanding that the Cape Breton culture was not one group of people, but it was a compilation of many different cultures from many different parts of the world that is unique. My hope is for the festival to continue well into the future so it can showcase what Cape Breton has to offer to the world. Wagner's, your personal injury lawyers.
When it comes to taking that first step in your educational journey, you have a lot of choices. Only one feels like home. At Cape Breton University, you can explore your passions and gain global perspectives in familiar surroundings. With a diverse, welcoming campus community, exciting programs, and outstanding faculty support, you can get a world-class education right here at home. This is community. This is Cape Breton University. Apply today at cbu.ca/apply.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing for me is having fun with my art. Since I started music, I was like, I'm gonna make an EP, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't afford to make it happen. The EP that I finally got to put out was a result of funding, and that was a long-term goal of mine. But without the funding where it started, it wouldn't have been able to happen. Thanks to Support for Culture for just being here for me and supporting me along my journey.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV? Want to get out of here?
Hier ist das Schiebedach.
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks? We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
For over 20 years, Protocase has revolutionized the world of custom manufacturing.
offering the fastest way for the brightest minds in science and engineering to develop some of the coolest innovations in the world today. With 400 plus employees and over 20,000 customers, including NASA, Google, Microsoft, and Apple, join one of Nova Scotia's fastest growing companies, where we are proud to support the Celtic Colours International Music Festival.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing for me is having fun with my art. Since I started music, I was like, I'm gonna make an EP, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't afford to make it happen. The EP that I finally got to put out was a result of funding, and that was a long-term goal of mine. But without the funding where it started, it wouldn't have been able to happen. Thanks to Support for Culture for just being here for me and supporting me along my journey.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
Want to get out of here?
Hier ist das Schiebedach.
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks? We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
For over 20 years, Protocase has revolutionized the world of custom manufacturing, offering the fastest way for the brightest minds in science and engineering to develop some of the coolest innovations in the world today. With 400 plus employees and over 20,000 customers, including NASA, Google, Microsoft, and Apple, join one of Nova Scotia's fastest growing companies, where we are proud to support the Celtic Colours International Music Festival.
One sec, folks. Ah, look, the voice of God, it's back. And we're back. Let there be sound. So, our next act is Saltfish 40, a fresh and dynamic duo from the Orkney Islands. This is their 3rd time joining Celtic Colours. And tonight, during a quick chat after dinner, Douglas and Brian remarked that it feels like being home when they're here with us, a home away from home. So we're so glad they made the journey. Ladies and gents, let's welcome Saltfish 40 to the stage.
Good evening. Thank you. So we got here last night after almost 24 hours travel, and I felt anything but fresh and dynamic at that point. But we'll see how we go, okay?
thank you very much. It really is lovely to be here. It's been a wee while. We were back. We were here about 2019, something like that, I think it maybe was. So it's been a wee while. So it's lovely to be back. Yeah. That was 3 tunes for the island that I come from. It's a tiny little island called Bury. There's about 400 folk live there. And I think there's at least 2 people from that island watching this tonight. So, hello, people of Bury.
Do you know where the Orkney Islands are? Okay, good. Come and see us sometime then. We're about we're about 5 hours into the future in Orkney. We're very advanced, and we've got some, as we said, we've got family watching at home, and it's going to be, well, actually my watch hasn't righted itself since we got here, so it's about 20 to 2 in the morning. So Henry, get to bed. I live in a town called Kirkwall, and in Kirkwall we have a wedding tradition. It's actually all up and down the north-east coast of Scotland, but in Kirkwall it's evolved into a very specific kind of set of events where in the week before a wedding, the bride and the groom start nervously looking over their shoulders, and rightly so, because at some point they get ambushed by their bridal party or best men, and they get blackened, which is it used to be a cleansing ritual back in the day, but at some point somebody thought it'd be far more fun to make a mess, so they cover them in molasses, and then anything that'll stick to molasses, which is everything. Breakfast cereal is popular. Sawdust, feathers, eggs. It's pretty, well, minging. Do you have minging here? It's no great. But we do that, and then we parade people around in the back of a pickup truck around the streets. We hit on the side with like sticks, and we chant, and we drink cheap lager, and then eventually we tie them to the market cross in front of the beautiful Viking cathedral, where like industrial strength cling film, and usually while they're there tied to the cross, you've got a bride coming out of the cathedral who's been married maybe the week before, who was tied to the cross. She's probably still picking molasses out of her lug hole, and it's a beautiful thing. And if you come to Orkney, I hope that someday you'll enjoy a blackening. So this is a song called "The Lasses and Molasses." Wrapped tight together, clung to the cross, caught in a cling film love affair. Feathers and flower, sticks and copperberg, round the cathedral carousel. There go the lasses in molasses, oh what a happy mess. In their black and best, she's such a bonny thing. He's a lucky fool, and they're to marry on the morn. She knew they were coming, took to her heels, back door and over the fields. He wasn't ready, never saw them come. Shoes off, nowhere to run. lasses, same molasses. Oh, what a happy mess. In that black and beige, she's such a bonny thing. He's a lucky fool, and they're to marry on the morn. Up red and yellow tents. Oh, mighty, mighty heathen roar. Feathers and flower, sex and copper blood. Round the cathedral carousel, there go the lasses, same molasses. Oh, what a happy mess. In that black and beige, she's such a bonny thing. He's a lucky fool, and they're to marry on the morn. There go the lasses in molasses. Oh, what a happy mess. In their black and beige, she's such a bonny thing. He's a lucky fool, and they're to marry on the morn. And they're to marry on. Whoa. I shouldn't have done all that practicing before because I've worn out the strings on the mandolin. And yeah, so we're mandolinless now. It's all right. 6. Still got 6 strings. That'll be plenty. Whew. I don't think we've played that fast since we were about 23. So one of the very strong connections that Orkney has with Canada is Hudson Bay and the ships that used to provide the Hudson Bay Company with the men to come and do all the trapping made its last stop in Stromness in Orkney before it came across the Atlantic. And back in the 1800s, that was a real source of adventure and fortune for the men folk who were part of the world. But for the women, it wasn't so good because there wasn't any jobs in the Norwast, as they called it, for the women. And the subject of this next song is a young lady called Isabel Gunn, who decided that she wasn't having that. So she popped through. She went into her brother's clothes. He was already away. He was across working, and she popped into his trunk and pulled on some of his clothes and a hat and a pair of boots, and took on the name John Fubister. And she went up to the signing on station in Stromness, which is one of the tunes at home, and she signed on to the Hudson Bay Company and set sail on a boat called the Prince of Wales. And yeah, I will now tell her entire story while my voice goes up and down in a melodic fashion. Hopefully. She's pulling on her brother's boots and following the setting sun. What's in a name? Plain old Isabel Gunn. I am an Orkney lad, John Fubister my name, bound for the Norwast. On the Prince of Wales I'll seek my fame. I can sail and work the land, and I can walk all day. I can turn my hand to any job that comes my way. Though there isn't much of me, I'll work hard for my claim. I can hold my own, nobody's sorry that I came. I am an Orkney lad, John Fubister my name, bound for the Norwast. On the Prince of Wales I'll seek my fame. It's another working day, we labour side by side. An easy, quiet river drifts with nothing left to hide. Can you come here close to me? There's something I must tell. We work these seasons, rain or shine, and I hope you know it well. And now you know me too. The darkening came over you, and on the river flows. Though I cover it up, my secret still grows. I am an Orkney lad, John Fubister my name, bound for the Norwast. On the Wales, I'll sing my fame. Now I have the life I'm given, not the one I chose. They sent me down to Albany to wash and mend the clothes. The company men talk and stare, I don't care if they look. The wild's no place for a growing boy, but I hope he's proud of the chance I took. I am an ordinary lad, John Superstar my name, bound for the northwest. On the Prince of Wales I'll seek my fame. I am an ordinary lad, John Superstar my name, bound for the northwest. On the Prince of Wales seek my fame. Thank you. Right, here's a Arcadian Strathspey. It's a fair bit gentler than you're used to around these parts, I think. But we'll ramp it up in the middle and we'll end up in a reel and everybody will be relieved. Sauce on anything. Boy, I like that feeling. Just a drop of chili pepper on a chicken wing. Got my taste buds reeling. I'm not into caviar. You can keep your thumb at all. I want your hot Tabasco sauce. Gets me on the floor. Mars bar, what we doing anywhere? Keep a bottle in the car. Some people want to tell you about their favorite things to eat, but I don't listen to them cause that sauce just can't be beat. If I had a restaurant, they'd try to close it down. That joint would be the hottest place on the dead end town. Thank you. So that was a song about spicy sauce. And yeah, it's difficult to explain. You'll have gathered that we're not a very kind of purist kind of act here, but that's kind of what Orkney music's a bit like. It's a bit of this and a bit of that. And I think that, I don't know if I'm making this up or if it's true, but it feels like it's because of that roots that we were talking about in the Isabel Gunn song. You know, we've been a stopping point for people through history, and we've kind of picked up a bit for here and stolen a bit for there, and yeah, it just all gets kind of thrown into a soup that doesn't really mean very much. But we love it, and it's nice to share some of it with you. So we've had blackenings and we've had spicy sauce, and I know what you're wondering. When is the song going to be about the pirates? It's now. This is an Ivan Drever song. Do you know Chris Drever, who's here? Do you know Chris? Chris is here. Ivan is Chris's dad. He was he was famous before Chris was. And he made up this song, but we turned it into a blues. How did you sleep at night, gal? How did you sleep at night, gal? With both hands in check and a noose on your neck. How did you sleep at night, gal? The high sea was your battleground. The high sea was your battleground. The mother's young sons at the end of your guns. The high sea was your battleground. Your food and professions ran low. Your food and professions ran low. Set sail and were bound for old Strum this town. Your food and professions ran low. For the love of Miss Gordon you stayed. For the love of Miss Gordon you stayed. The rumors on town as the truth became known. For the love of Miss Gordon you stayed. And the houses were plundered by night. The houses were plundered by night. As the truth had prevailed for 80 years, say the houses were plundered by night. There waited the master of Carrick. There waited the master of Carrick. From Sandy I came and from Westry the same. There waited the master of Carrick. And for piracy you were sent down. For piracy you were sent down. And irons were sent to London you went. For piracy you were sent down. And how did you sleep at night, gal? How did you sleep at night, gal? Little knowing the truth of the tall handsome youth. The mother's young sons at the end of your guns. With both hands in check and a noose on your neck. How did you sleep? Yeah, how did you sleep? Oh, how did you sleep at night, gal? All right, folks, thanks very much. We are going to wrap up now, but loved tonight. Everybody's looked after us really well. We had a lovely tea. We've been driven from door to door. The bands are great. Big hand for Morgan Tony again. And we've been having a really fine tune with Ashton, so I can't wait to see them on stage as well. So we're Saltfish 40, and yeah, just we'll see you around all week, and thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, Saltfish 40, for that.
Okay, we're going to keep the excitement going with our draws. So we have someone coming. Here we go. So we are first going to draw for Natalie McMaster. So let's get someone from the audience. Do you want to come
Not one of
draw?
her cousins.
They're all my cousins. Oh, look at her, last minute ballot. Jeez. Okay, from Fort St. James, BC. No, James.
That's right, Fort St. James.
Fort St. James.
And just read their name.
Oh.
She might be younger, but I'm smarter.
Anne McDonald from BC. Are you here? Anne McDonald. Oh, come on up. Come get your book, dear. Come on up.
Let's give you the book. She's making her way.
All
Is
the
she?
way from BC. Look at her go.
It was worth the trip. She's coming.
I'll give you your ticket back, too. Congratulations. Don't read it all in one sitting now. All right, and for the big coffee table book, let's have... Did you pick the last one? Oh, someone come pick it, sir. Gerald, come pick it. My other cousin. Who's it gonna be? From London, Ontario, Yvonne Bialeu.
Is it Braun, maybe?
Bialeu. Bialeu. Bialeu.
Bialeu?
Bialeu.
Yvonne Bialeu?
Yvonne, are you here? Oh, come on down, get your book. Come on down, get your book. I don't know if she's coming.
Not after
Oh,
we
you're
butchered
right
her
there.
name.
I thought you were over that way. How do you say your last name, dear? Oh, it's a K. Oh,
Bialik.
Bialik, like the band Bioluk.
Yeah. Excellent.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can imagine it takes a village. While Sarah and I were meeting with Joella Folds just to talk about the flow of the evenings, we kind of looked at this huge board behind us with hundreds of names of artists and people. And we looked at it, and it, you know, that takes a year to create this huge plan. So to make these mighty plans and mighty music, it takes a village of people. So we definitely want to thank, of course, the artist, of which you'll be hearing more of this evening. And the festival would be nothing without its volunteers. They come in so many forms: stage crew, site staff, drivers, community hosts, the folks who park your cars, the meal providers, the list goes on and on. So can we please thank all of the volunteers who make this possible.
And we also would love to thank the sound and technical crew, the Member 2 Trade and Convention Center crew, Sound Park Studios, and Nova Stream. Thank you so much for all of your work. And we would also like to thank you all, the audience, BC or wherever you're from. Anyone who's here from not Canada? Anybody? Yeah. Woo! Where are you from, sir? Illinois?
Same.
Same? Do you know each other? Are you cousins? Yeah, so without all of you here supporting not only Celtic Colours, but music here in our community and Cape Breton, we so appreciate it. So a round of applause for all of you for being here tonight.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep the party going, there is the Festival Club tonight, and it's $20 admission. It starts at 11 p.m., so if you're still raring to go by then, you can head over to the Gaelic College, where there will be more music, more fun, more drinks, I think, if it's sponsored by Breton Brewing.
We'll be back shortly to introduce the final act.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
The Celtic Colours Festival means a lot to me because it displays the beauty of the island, the beauty of the music, and the beauty of the culture. One of the most memorable things about growing up in Cape Breton is understanding that the Cape Breton culture was not one group of people, but it was a compilation of many different cultures from many different parts of the world that is unique. My hope is for the festival to continue well into the future so it can showcase what Cape Breton has to offer to the world. Wagner's, your personal injury lawyers.
When it comes to taking that first step in your educational journey, you have a lot of choices. Only one feels like home. At Cape Breton University, you can explore your passions and gain global perspectives in familiar surroundings. With a diverse, welcoming campus community, exciting programs, and outstanding faculty support, you can get a world-class education right here at home. This is community. This is Cape Breton University. Apply today at cbu.ca/apply.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing for me is having fun with my art. Since I started music, I was like, I'm gonna make an EP, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't afford to make it happen. The EP that I finally got to put out was a result of funding, and that was a long-term goal of mine. But without the funding where it started, it wouldn't have been able to happen. Thanks to Support for Culture for just being here for me and supporting me along my journey.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
Want to get out of here?
Hier ist das Schiebedach.
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks? We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
For over 20 years, Protocase has revolutionized the world of custom manufacturing, offering the fastest way for the brightest minds in science and engineering to develop some of the coolest innovations in the world today. With 400+ employees and over 20,000 customers, including NASA, Google, Microsoft, and Apple, join one of Nova Scotia's fastest growing companies, where we are proud to support the Celtic Colours International Music Festival.
When you play with Atlantic Lottery, winners aren't the only ones who win. Because every dollar of profit we make is reinvested right back here. To the people and places that call Atlantic Canada and our 4 provinces home. With Atlantic Lottery, what happens beyond the game is game-changing.
The biggest thing for me is having fun with my art. Since I started music, I was like, I'm gonna make an EP, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't afford to make it happen. The EP that I finally got to put out was a result of funding, and that was a long-term goal of mine. But without the funding where it started, it wouldn't have been able to happen. Thanks to Support for Culture for just being here for me and supporting me along my journey.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
I want to get out of here.
Hier ist das Schiebedach.
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks? We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
For over 20 years, Protocase has revolutionized the world of custom manufacturing, offering the fastest way for the brightest minds in science and engineering to develop some of the coolest innovations in the world today. With 400+ employees and over 20,000 customers, including NASA, Google, Microsoft, and Apple, join one of Nova Scotia's fastest growing companies, where we are proud to support the Celtic Colours International Music Festival.
Over the last century, Member 2 has become our home. Our community today was only a dream to our ancestors of Gundawiktu, who were forcibly removed from our original location on King's Road. Following their lead of bravery and resilience, we too lead by example for those who come after us.
There's pride in sharing culture in our success in Member 2. Our Mi'kmaq values honor land, water, and each other. It is said that each one of us only truly exists in relation to those around us. Community is everything.
In an act of harmony, our people and our community have grown together, one always in unison with the other, like the roots and the branches of a beautiful old birch tree. Without our people, we simply wouldn't have the vibrancy we have in Member 2 today.
Member 2 welcomes the world, and the future is ours.
Gundawiktu is where we come from. Member 2 is where we now call home. There's no stopping where we go next.
Scotland is small and mighty.
Innovative. Beautiful scenery.
Mountains, lochs, glens.
There's a lot of energy here, and it's good energy.
Scottish people are passionate. Funny, inviting. Scotland has a really supportive environment.
Scotland push new voices. And I've always felt such love and support from Scotland.
I don't see Scotland being constrained by its own borders.
It has this rich history and culture.
We're not one thing, we're everything.
We have the talent. We have the network.
There's passion out there.
Goed malan en koele dum gadget jelou my rouse. On goed malan en koele dum gadget jelou my rouse. On goed malan en koele dum gadget jelou my rouse. On goed malan en koele dum gadget jelou my rouse. Gadget jelly jelum gadget jelou my rouse. Gadget jelum gadget jelou my rouse. Gadget Jerusalem, gaat je me ruisen. On goed malan en koele roem, khadje chale me raus on khur malanan coolerum khadje chale me raus on khur malanan coolerum khadje chale me raus khadje cheri chale me raus on khur malanan coolerum khadje chale me raus ha benna gammataya gam halt kaunataya gam apande hier Gallicum smolina salofround ha benna gammataya gam halt kaunataya gam apande hier Gallicum smolina salofround Jane MacIsaac lan kulini gal kulini lan Jane MacIsaac lan smipalapantaya maro Jane MacIsaac lan kulini gal kulini lan Jane MacIsaac lan smipalapantaya maro Dole chingamiri dol gamiari dole chingamiri pitta kere kliai dole chingamiri dol gamiari dole chingamiri pitta kere kliai ami shari tavan jai speak kisaliami halekalam hana sarsi kwani pitta kliai ami shari tavan jai speak kisaliami halekalam hana sarsi kwani pitta kliai ami shari tavan jai speak kisaliami halekalam hana sarsi kwani pitta kliai ami shari tavan jai speak kisaliami halekalam hana sarsi kwani pitta kliai Cheers, thank you very much. There's something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
Illinois is ready. Okay, so we are just getting ready for our final performance of tonight. Again, want to thank all of you for being here. What a phenomenal night it has been, and we still have one more exciting act coming. Just another reminder of Festival Club. After this, 11 p.m., you can get there on time if you drive the speed limit. So next up, we have Vishten, who are from PEI, the other island. And they are an Acadian trio who have actually won the first Acadian band to win ECMA Album of the Year, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So please give them a warm Cape Breton welcome. This is Vishten.
Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? You look good. We almost see you. I think we're all set with this little, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's head into, you guys like a little Cajun music, maybe?
bois baril de maïs. Tu connais malheureux, mais d'abord qu'il est ton baril de pistache pour un baril de maïs. Tu connais à Jobin, tu fais manquer un qu'il est. Il aurait pu manger, mais son maïs avec une tasse de cahier.
Merci.
All right. So we are proud to be at Celtic Colours this year. It's one of our best festivals to be part of it, for sure. So thank you for having us again. Yeah, so we come from Prince Edward Island, and I come from Magdalen Islands.
The other islands.
The other islands. So we are all islanders here, and we feel great. So a big round of applause to Morgan, Tony's, and the guys Saltfish for the please. They were amazing.
Yeah, so we're doing a mix of repertoire tonight. We're doing some tunes from the expansion album, that one, Album of the Year, and also some older material. And for those that don't maybe know the history of the band, we lost Pastel Leblanc, who was my twin sister, a couple of years ago. And the album Expansion was an homage to her. She left over 150 tunes on her iPhone. And we have lots of material to work with for a long time. So a lot of the pieces were from her.
Yeah, and it's great to feel her. Every time we hit the stage, she's still there. And we have that feeling we're going to create with her, I hope, forever.
So the first tune of this set is called La Rille des Deux Fit. I don't know if anybody here has ever had a Honda Civic before, or a Honda Fit.
Fit.
Honda something. Fit. I guess it is a Fit. I see a few hands up there. So Pascal's a big supporter of Honda Fits, and he at some point had 2 for some reason.
Too much gear. With 2 fits, I can fit a lot of stuff. So I have that inspiration to compose that next tunes. And after that tunes, we're gonna go one of Pastel tunes she left for us, and we just rearranged that, and it's a great tune. So enjoy.
Well, traditional Acadian songs are full of interesting and quirky characters and stories, just like Acadian communities and Acadian bands. And this song tells a story of a guy whose wife is really upset because he drinks too much. So he comes up with the perfect solution. He moves up to the attic with his bottle of wine and just lives out the rest of his days there. And then when he dies, he wants to be buried in the wine cellar with his head under the faucet. So I think it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, yeah, great song.
Sounds
Terrible
good.
relationship advice.
Oh, ma femme est jure et elle tempête quand je veux la caresser, quand j'ai un petit coup en tête, je ne peux m'en empêcher. Le matin, quand je m'y lève, j'y mets la main sur le cou de ma bouteille, je lui fais faire un petit coup. Oh ma femme, si tu m'écrantes, j'abandonnerai le logis. C'est de ma plus haute chambre. J'y ferai dresser mon lit. Un tonneau sera ma table. D'où je prendrai mes repas et ma charmante carte. Elle ne m'abandonne pas. Si je meurs, que l'on m'enterre dans la cave où est le vin, les deux pieds contre la muraille et la terre sous le robin. Les quatre hommes les plus ivrognes porteront les quatre coins du drap. Le meilleur de ces ivrognes, il chantera mon libéra.
You guys, you're a great crowd. Yeah. Do you notice my big accent? Not at all, eh? All right. So I have a joke for you.
Yes.
It's one joke. It's a real joke that really happened. It's a fact, you know. I come from Magdalen Islands. So the biggest economy there, it's tourism and fishing. So how many tourists in the hall tonight? Good stuff. So it's a joke about us, about tourists. Okay, so we need tourists. On the Magdalen Islands during the summertime, the population triples sometimes, and it's great. But sometimes it's not that great. 20 years ago, that couple, we don't know where they're from, but we know a little bit, but I don't know what to said that tonight. So it's a couple, and they seem to have fun on the Maggies and just walk around. And so the last day, they decide to take a walk on the wharf, and they see an old fisherman there. And they just ask the old fisherman, hey, mister, I have a question for you. So, yeah, because he take his time. He was working on his net. And on the Magdalen Islands, we don't have clock, we have time. So we take our time. So he take his time to put his net down and just, okay, give me 1 second here. And he look at him in the eyes, yeah, what's up? So the guy of that couple asked him, yeah, it's a really great place here, but it's really weird people live here. It's you know, it's good, but So the fisherman take his time again. Yeah, my God, it's true. But you know what? At the end of September, they're all gone. So maybe here at the end of October, they're all gone. Thank you to listen to me. We love tourists. It's all about love. We need to love. We need to love all the people here and be, here tonight and have the cultural mix here at the Celtic Colours Festival. It's a treat to be part of it, and it's good to be just together, whatever, where we're from. Yeah, it is true.
Big family.
So you know Acadian and Cajun, we are cousin. You know that? So that's why we love play some Cajun tunes and Cajun music. We just played those more faster because we're not in the south, we're in the north, so we warm up a little bit. But it's good because we had a great time over there. We had the chance to have a few times over there in Louisiana. We have a great time. So that one, it's inspired by a visit in a barber shop some point, and we have a chance to be part of the jam in that little barber shop, like big, like half the stage, maybe even less than that, and a bass and a guitar amp, electric guitar, and a drum, and it was loud. But a lot of fun, you know, a lot of fun, and they have food, and the barber still take customer when we play. And her father had a haircut.
Yeah, my dad, Philippe. Hi, Philippe. Mon père qui est en train de regarder tout de suite. Hi. He said to me at some point, I was like, yeah, you did get your haircut there that one time, remember? He's like, no, that never happened. And then I found a photo, so it happened.
There we go.
So the reason we call it boudin is because as Acadian culture and a lot of different cultures like food, music, and dancing all go together. So this was all happening in this barbershop. And the food element, well, there was not a ton of room in there to put the actual catering that came in. The only place was in the bathroom, believe it or not. And so they had these big plates of boudin just like in the and they were serving people from the bathroom. And we had never seen that before.
Anyway, it's a good place if you eat that and it's something happen, you know.
Right.
It's a great song.
Chez nous, comme si rien n'avait changé. Grand-maman longtemps aimé. Oh yeah, je veux y aller. Et là-bas, je veux retourner. Viens danser avec moi la belle. Oh yeah, je veux y aller. Et là-bas, je veux retourner. Un jour, peut-être pour y rester. Partir au loin, chez mes cousins. Allons danser dans les bayous.
Well, we have over here the newest member of Vichten, our childhood friend, Megan Bergeron. This is Pascal Mius on the fiddle.
And this is Emmanuel Leblanc on a lot of things. Thanks everybody, thanks all the crew here. Thanks Celtic Colours again, it's one of our best festivals in the world. So have fun, take care, go to the club, meet people, spread the love. We have CD for sale if you want to check it out. We can go there and chat with you guys. Thanks a lot for everything and take care.
Ba